treat. Captain Kira's got apples good enough to eat. Funky Bones with his groove, moving to the beat. Kira's got the apples, they're so sweet. Coming close, just a nibble, don't be afraid. Look at them dance, it's a backyard rave. Funky Bones, Funky Bones, don't you hide. Kira's got the apples open wide. Funky Bones, Funky Bones, it's a funky party, just you and me. Under the stars, they share a little bite. Captain Kira and Funky Bones feeling right. With every step, the friendship grows. A funky connection, everybody knows. Now every night, when the moon is high, Kira's in the yard, Funky Bones nearby. They share a moment in the cool night air. A funky kind of magic only they can share. Hey. Funky Bones, don't you bones, don't you hide. Oh yeah. Kira's got the apples open wide. Coming close, just a nibble, don't be afraid. No afraid. Look at them dogs. Funky Bones, don't you hide. Oh yeah. Kira's got the apples. Funky Bones, Funky Bones, oh yeah. It's a funky party, just you and me. Hey, hey, Under the stars, they share a little bite. Yeah. Captain Kira and Funky Bones feeling right. With every step, the friendship grows. Funky connection, everybody knows. Now every night, when the moon is high, Kira's in the yard, Funky Bones nearby. They share a moment in the cool night air. Funky kind of magic only they can share. Funky Bones, Funky Bones, don't you hide. Kira's got the apples open wide. Share a moment in the cool night air. A funky kind of magic only they can share.
Little gray luncheon in the hay, chewing, skipping, never stays. Backyard wild, gotta play, jumping, running every day. Grass is green under the sky, little gray lets it all fly. Muddy paws, he don't care why, wings of earth, he is so high. Freedom in his furry flight, sun and moon his only guide. No more walls, no cage inside, little gray so wild inside. Bossy climb, he's on the move, no one's rules, he's got his groove. Nature's beat, he feels the soothe, little gray always to prove. Under stars, under dreams, world ain't small, so it seems. Little gray's got big schemes, life rolls on in flowing streams. Hay for breakfast, sun for noon, stars and moonlight come so soon. Little gray under night's tune, backyard life's a wild cartoon.
Scrappy rabbit on a naughty spree. Bananas from cat pits in Korea, quick to flee. Teasing sisters jumping wild and free. Leapfrogging over Posh spice, too stealthy for me. Cookie bags crumble, teeny hears a call. Ears twitch, nose sniff, eats it all. Planters sitting, feeling 10 feet tall. Life's a grand adventure, loving it all. Tiny eyes glinting, always on the prowl. Moving through the shadows, stealthy as an owl. Captain Stash pilfered, making her scowl. Teeny's got agility, swift as a howl. Cookie bags crumble, teeny hears a call. Ears twitch, nose sniff, eats it all. Planters sitting, feeling 10 feet tall. Life's a grand adventure, loving it all. Futons at playgrounds, teeny roams at night. Feasting on treasures hidden out of sight. Teasing Posh spice, leaving her in plight. Adventures in the moonlight, bunny delight. Captain's fast but teeny never slow. Running through hay mangers, nimbly on tiptoe. Heartbeats wild in on the show. Teeny's grand adventure, give her a toy. Cookie bags crumble, teeny hears the call. Ears twitch, nose sniff, eats it all. Planters sitting, feeling 10 feet tall. Life's a grand adventure, loving it all. Futons at playgrounds, teeny roams at night. Feasting on treasures hidden out of sight. Teasing Posh spice, leaving her in plight. Adventures in the moonlight, bunny delight. Captain's fast but teeny never slow. Running through hay mangers, nimbly on tiptoe. Heartbeats wild in on the show. Teeny's grand adventure, give her a toy. Give her a toy. Teeny's grand adventure, loving it all.
Dusty the rabbit, all covered in hay, building her nest like it's time to play. Big floppy ears and a mischievous twitch. In the yard, she's always digging a ditch. She sneaks through with a hop and a skip, eyes wide open, just looking for a trip. Suspicious, she is not denying that fact. Playful trickster, always up to some act. Dusty, Dusty, where have you been? Rolling in the hay, making everything green. Dusty, Dusty, always so sly. first giant with a heart so bold. Every story about her just has to be told. Dusty the rabbit, always in the know, running in circles with a gleeful glow. Dusty, Dusty, where have you been? Rolling in the hay, making everything green. Dusty, Dusty, always so sly, with your floppy ears reaching for the sky. She cuddles in the sun just for a snooze, dreaming about the ways she can build a nest. Her fluffy tail wiggles when she's on the go. Naughty little Dusty, always stealing the show.
Donkey the rabbit munching cookies all night. Sugar rush plays in a crazy delight. Nibbling faces in a frenzied haze. Friends confused in his cookie craze. He hops through chaos in the midnight dark. Cookies in his paws, leaving a sweet mark. Face is bitten with a playful bite. Donkey's world, a funny sight. Donkey the rabbit, sugar in his veins. Nibble on your face, crunching all remains. Cookies crumble, falling to the floor. Donkey want more, can't ignore. Chasing shadows under the moon's bright glare. Cookies his obsession like he don't care. Friends watch in shock as he takes a bite. Donkey's love for cookies just feels right. He grins, mischievous eyes so wild. The chaos around him driving friends mild. Cookies drop, crumbs scatter in the bush. Donkey's cookie craze never will hush. Bite mark stories on furry cheeks. Donkey the rabbit at his cookie peak. Friends band together, a loving chase. Donkey's cookie craze never will hush. Shingle face, nibble pace. Donkey the rabbit, but sugar in his veins. Nibble on your face, nibble on your face. Cookies crumble, butter falling to the floor. Donkey want more, can't ignore. Plans ignore. Donkey want more, can't ignore.
Donkey, the cookie muncher. He's a rabbit that can't get cookie muncher. He can never get enough cookies. He never stops eating the cookie. He's a cookie cat. Donkey the rabbit, the cookie muncher. He can never get enough cookies. He never stops eating, 'cause he's a cookie cat. Donkey the rabbit, the cookie muncher. He can never get enough cookies. He never stops eating, 'cause he's a cookie cat. One, two, three, four.
In a kingdom far away, there's a princess named Kira, with beautiful brown locks and eyes that sparkle. Every day at twilight, she dances through the meadow with bunnies by her side as the sun starts to retire. One bunny turned to two, and two turned to a dozen. But Captain Kira's heart's forever filled with love. Her kingdom now enchanted, a ballet of soft footsteps, magical melodies carried on wings of a dove. Ballerina princess, her bunnies by your side, a twirl and a pirouette as dreams come alive. Captain Kira dances, her heart so full of bliss, in a world enchanted where love will always persist.
Hi guys. Okay, hallway babies. Dusty Rabbit, you need to come up here. Yeah. Oh my goodness, wait, here is my phone. How's everyone doing? Can Captain Kira find her own stream? Is that gonna happen? Yay! Hugh and Mal, Mikey and Elle. Are you up past your bedtime? Oh my gosh, thank you for being here, everyone. And yeah, Mikey. I'm always thrilled when you can make it to the stream. So welcome, Mikey and Elle. Julie Mall. Are you trying to make that another nickname for Hugh? I don't know. Hugh and Mall, Julie Mall. Maybe Hugh and Mall will meet someone named Julie, and there will be Hewley Mall and Julie Mall. Hewlin Mall and Julin Mall. Now awaiting the presence of the vibrant. I saw that. Vibrant Captain Kira, Queen of the Bunz. Who doesn't want to be vibrant? That is so adorable. Thank you, Hewlin Mall or Hewlin Mod. My main man mod, as I like to call him. Although we have Mikey NL, another main man mod, who is made special a special effort to be here. It's very touching when you are obviously rearranging your schedule so that you can see some giant buns. That's really, I feel like I'm throwing food into the. Is there like a Lion's Den vibe tonight? I'm like tossing food into like the zoo enclosures. Oh wow, that one is totally rolling. Wow, we could probably tell fortunes by the way in which the sweet potato wheels land. There's probably something to it. Probably also tells you which hemisphere we're on the planet Earth because they go in like the. Well, that actually went kind of in a backwards clockwise. Wait, when you flush a toilet in the northern hemisphere, which way does it go? And then when you're in the southern hemisphere, it's the reverse because the centrifugal force is the opposite on the southern. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Kristen Starr, are you here? Listen, Kristen, when you take physics this year, we're going to have a discussion about that aspect of centrifugal force and the way in which toilets flush, northern hemisphere versus the southern hemisphere. It's going to be called Toilet Flushing 101, starring Captain Kira and Kristen Starr, double R. How am I today? Kristen, I was really tired today. I was struggling. And I will say this, I may have nodded off 2 very short times during church today. I'm glad that you were sitting in front of me and you couldn't see that, but it was a little embarrassing. How are you, Kristen Starr? How are things going with you? How are things going with everyone? So Jack talked about giving you Dinky's castle, a castle fit for King Donkers. I bet Teeny would love her. Oh gosh, you know what? That castle is going to be for like. It's funny that you say that because you know Teeny is like the smallest, and so she'll fit into that castle way better. Like I did not know the story behind Jack getting that castle. I think he got it through like Small Pet Select, and so I called up Small Pet Select and I was like, "Hey, I would like a castle. I need your extra large version because I got extra large bunnies." And she was like, "Well, we only have one castle size, and it's for rabbits who are like 3 to 5 pounds." And I was like, "Okay, what about a 23-pound rabbit?" And she was like, "Honey, we couldn't. Your rabbits couldn't even fit a left foot in our bunny castle." And I was like, "Okay." So, but then Jack said he like got a special ordered one from like I don't know. He said like South Korea or something, and I was like, so anyway, you know what the thing is about all of that is that I tuned in and I heard Jack. You know, he saw that I was in the chat and he said, you know, started talking about the bunny castle, and I thought the reason he was getting rid of the castle is because of the baby coming in. They needed space to put like, you know, the baby bassinet, crib, you know, whatever they're going to have, the pack and play stuff, you know, bouncinettes. Like, I mean, you can get so much stuff for babies, you know, and hopefully they've acquired, you know, been able to get, you know, some of the baby stuff that they need. But you're good, Kristen. Yay! Did you see the video I put on just for the Kristen? If it was this morning, if whatever I hearted is what I saw, I think I gave something a heart. But you know, I had a weird day. Like I kind of hit the ground running because I had to deal with some family stuff early this morning, and then came home and I've just been like I haven't really been on the computer, you know, so I'm sorry if I missed it. I will definitely check it soon. But Human Mall, to what you were saying about Dinky's Castle, I was so thrilled that Jack was offering the castle to me because I thought it was because they just needed the space. And then I heard about Dinky, or not Dinky, oh my gosh. She just lost Dinky not that long ago, but I heard about Wilbur. Because I asked Kat, I was like, did something happen? did you guys lose Wilbur? And she said, yeah. So I had missed, I guess Jack must have been talking about that and I didn't see it. So then I was all like, oh, yes, I'm so excited to have the castle. But I wouldn't have been like that had I known that Wilbur had passed. So, between Wilbur passing and Dinky and then Lillian's Rabbit Zelda, I am just so distraught, you guys. Honestly, bringing me down a little. And, I know there's nothing I can do about it, but it's just a little overwhelming. I just have loved all of these rabbits. Uh, you know, it is what it is, right? And I know they have a baby on the way and they're going to be really distracted, but I don't know. I personally, and then, of course we lost Sandy months ago, but, just, I don't know. Captain Kier is a sensitive soul. I have a tender heart. Anyway, back to our stream. But yeah, the castle I'm thrilled about. In a way, I'm thrilled about it because it's so special. But I just wish rabbits weren't dying. That's all. Um, is his birthday today? Or is it tomorrow? My brother's birthday is coming up soon. Oh my gosh. Shoot. I was talking to him last night though. Oh my gosh, Kristen. I told my brother about my little brother about you last night. He was showing me, like, I showed him food that I made, which I'll have to share this picture on Giant Bunz because I was so proud. I made Brussels sprout kebabs, but I forgot I was grilling them outside and they got very, a little overdone, shall we say. A bit of a charcoal briquette vibe. So I finally remembered them and I flipped them over and, so I took a picture of them and I sent them to my brother and they look like charcoal, okay? But on the end one, Brussels sprouts, you can tell they're Brussels sprouts because they didn't get charcoal. And he was like, he thought I was serious, like, oh, this is really good food. And I don't know, we started talking about Indian food because he was like at this authentic Indian food restaurant. And then I said with my Brussels sprouts, I think I'm going to mix them with my bean salad that I made. And he was like, well, you should also mix in some orange juice and some Stellador breadsticks and make a smoothie out of it. Because when he was little, I mixed together orange juice, ice cream, Stellador breadsticks, horseradish, mustard, and like strawberry jam. And he took one sip. He was like a little kid, and I was babysitting him like normal. But I was like, hey, you just woke up from your nap. Do you want a really yummy ice cream shake? And he was like, yeah. And then I handed him this shake with all this terrible stuff in it. And he took one sip and he threw up. And I feel terrible to this day. He has never forgotten it. But so we started this whole thing about what are disgusting food combinations. And you have to name 3 things that are, all together could never combine. So Kristen, that started a whole disgusting food combination thing, and I told him about you, and I mentioned, I'm like, yeah, we have a Giant Bunz fan, and she mentioned having ice cream with mustard on top, and he just was like hilarious, and it prompted this whole thing last night of us trying to gross each other out, and I finally grossed him out so bad. One of the things, do you guys want to? Is anyone eating? Is anyone eating right now? Did you see? Okay. It was like at 11:25 this morning. Oh, after church, I have not seen anything since then. I'm sorry, Kristen. I will definitely check it out. I'm so happy that you are creating and making songs and artwork. It is tomorrow. Okay. So one of the things I grossed my brother out with was beef. Wait, I gotta look at my phone. I gotta remember what some of these things were because they were awful. They were just horrendous. Oh, okay. So one of the things that really started to get him disgusted was beef stroganoff ladled over watermelon. Okay, and he said, "So well intentioned, but no one will touch it." And I said, "Oh, but it seemed fancy." And then he replies, "How about creme brulee mixed with canned tuna?" And then I said, "How about cream chip beef uh, mixed with lemonade made into a smoothie?" And then he said barfola, and then he was like, we couldn't continue. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that the Captain Kira family does. We're very wholesome, and we like to gross each other out. Hey, Kira, did you get the video I sent you on Discord? Oh my gosh, Jace, you sent it through a DM. I have not looked at any of my DMs. Well, that's not true. I had a DM with Kat a little bit ago during the stream, but I didn't look at yours. And two people have tried to friend me on Discord. I think one is Pudding Boy, and he is also, I think, in the Giant Bunz server now. So I saw that there were two friend things, and who is the other person? Like, the other person is someone I really don't know, which is strange. I don't get, like, why would you try to friend someone on Discord you have no idea who they are? I don't know. Kristen. Oh, Kristen, what are you doing, Kristen Star Double R? Strawberry with balsamic vinegar and black pepper. Okay, Kristen, listen to this. I worked at a restaurant that served a mixed green salad. And the toppings varied a little bit depending on the time of year. But in the spring, when it's strawberry time, like late spring, there was a strawberry vinaigrette. Is it strawberry? It was it was, or no, sorry, it was raspberry vinaigrette. Okay, it was raspberry vinaigrette with black pepper. It was the dressing. And I do know some freaks out there that serve balsamic vinaigrettes over strawberries. I'm not a big fan of that. Mixing vinegar with fruit. Grandma was into stuff like that. She would make, bless her heart, she would make a mayonnaise-based salad. It was like Jello. She would make a Jello, mix the Jello, and then she'd mix in nuts, celery, cranberries, raisins, and then she put the mayonnaise in there, and so it would be like kind of a light, I don't know whatever color the Jello was, but it would be like a pastel because of the mayonnaise in it, or sour cream, maybe sour cream. But then she would serve it over a green salad, green lettuce leaves. And I was so mystified by like all the different food elements. I was like, there's vegetables in this, celery, there's nuts, then there's fruit, and then there's some creamy stuff, and then there's fruity Jello, which I didn't think mixed with like creamy stuff. And then here we have a salad leaves, lettuce leaves on the bottom. And I just would stare at it and take it apart and look at the different components. I was like, I don't know what this is, but I think it's from another planet, another country. I don't know. But I think at the time I thought, I don't know. I don't know what I thought. She was from a German family. Did they eat that in Germany? I was very confused. Okay, so strawberry. Okay, grilled cheese with apple. Kristen, I would eat that. Get this. My dad, when he has apple pie, He is so insistent upon he needs a slice of cheddar cheese melted over that apple pie slice. Pretty please with sugar on it, pretty please with cheddar cheese on it. He wants his apple pie with a cheddar cheese slice. Speaking of which, for Father's Day, my brother convinced me to send to my dad for Father's Day. This was his gift. 30-year-old, wait, not 30-year-old, what am I saying? That's like wine. 3-year-old aged cheddar. Cheddar that has been fermenting or whatever, cheddaring for 3 years. He really liked it. He was into it, but my dad, you know what? If you want to please him, you get him yummy food. He is a foodie. And his dad, my grandpa, loved peanut brittle. Favorite, like if you were going to get him a gift, you got him peanut brittle. You got him food. So remember, if you have people who are hard to buy a gift for, just get them food. Get them yummy food. But do not listen to Kristen Starr's food combinations. But having said that, my dad would probably like grilled cheese with apple because he likes the apple pie with cheese. Grilled pineapple with, okay, Kristen, grilled pineapple with Tabasco, I would eat that. I would eat that because I love hot sauce and I like mixing hot with sweet. If I made like a pizza with pineapple, grilled pineapple, I would drizzle some Tabasco. Is that grossing people out? You should try blueberry lemonade. Oh my gosh, blueberry lemonade? Yes, ma'am, Kristen Starr. Now blueberry lemonade actually doesn't sound, yeah. That sounds actually awesome. In fact, I have frozen blueberries and I have lemons. After the stream, I may have to try blueberry lemonade or whipped raspberry lemonade. Oh my gosh. Girl, are you making stuff at home or do you go find it out somewhere? You should be making all that stuff for your family. That sounds awesome. For once, Christian, that's a good combination. Oh my gosh. What happened to Bill Jensen's Discord? I don't know, Jace. Is it not there anymore? Or there is whipped blueberry. Okay, Kristen, when you say whipped, do you mean like put in the blender? Because I have a blender and I have a what's my blender? Oh shoot. No, it's not I almost got a Vitamixer. I got a used blender that is supposedly good for smoothies and it has worked just fine. It was I bought it from the factory that made it, but it was stuff that had been like used. It was, I think they were floor models, like put out in, for demonstrations and stuff like that in stores. And they called it refurbished. They call it refurbished. So whatever, used blenders basically. But the thing is awesome. And do you put like lemon juice, water, and like blueberries in the blender, and then maybe sugar or honey or something? Mikey, you're still up. You love the blue raspberry lemonade from Auntie Annie's. Auntie Anne's. Oh my gosh. Blue raspberry lemonade. Listen to you. I love raspberry. I mean, I've encountered a lot of electric blue raspberries in my garden, but I have to say that flavor is delicious. Do you need to be sent blue raspberry lemonade from Auntie Annie's? I think because I don't know if they have like a drive through near close enough to you. He has Bill Jensen as a new Discord server. Why did he do that? Any reason? I wish Auntie Anne's pretzels would have gluten-free. Oh my gosh. If they had the gluten-free, like those cinnamon bit pretzels, and oh my gosh, I could eat buckets of that stuff. Wait a minute. Hold on. Can't I just make gluten-free pretzels at home? Genius time. There's no Auntie Anne's there. Oh my god. Jeez. Mikey, are you having withdrawal from Auntie Anne's? That's oof. I don't know. We should get you like Auntie Anne's merch, you know? You need like a t-shirt and a hat. At least you could have that. But when you make the blueberry and raspberry whipped lemonade, you put milk in it when you blend it. But it tastes good when you put coconut milk in. Okay. Yeah, I can't have dairy, Kristen, because dairy is very bad for Captain Kira. Coconut? Oh my gosh, that does sound good, Kristen. You have some good ideas. Or as I like to say, good ideas. She has some good ideas. I don't know about Bill's World. Okay, well, I mean, I don't really watch Bill Jensen. I am still on his Discord from way back when. I mean, really the only live stream I watch is Waffle Pone, and I don't even watch, you know what I mean? Like I don't have a lot of time even for Waffle Pone, and I feel terrible. I was gonna do a Mad Lib for Steven today, and goodness. I don't know. I'll have to catch him. I'll catch him next time. I'll catch him next weekend. I'll have all of the Mad Libs ready for him. I'm a little disappointed in myself today. Did you guys ever have a day where you're like, how did I not do all the stuff I was supposed to do? I don't know. Oh, no, do not eat this dress. Please do not eat this dress, Delphine. Delphine. You wait, you don't miss Auntie Anne's? You don't? Okay. I think Bill's old server had too many sinners or something like that. Yeah, okay. It was a hey, Teeny, get off of your mother. Teeny. No, Teeny rabbit. Oh, Teeny, boundaries, respect Mama Delphine's boundaries. Literally, we're gonna have to like fence you in. Oh my gosh. Rabbit. Oh, she's so naughty. She's jumping over all the rabbits. Teeny, stop it. Why does she go nuts like that? Teeny, none of the other bunnies go ballistic and are like a little bunny missile zooming through and jumping over everyone. She's like the Junie B. Jones of the rabbit world, you guys. Oh my gosh. Teeny. There is dairy-free coconut milk. Oh, Kristen, I am all about the dairy-free coconut milk. Are you kidding me? I have so I get from Amazon a case of, it's like I guess 12, cans in a case of this coconut. It's called natural, I don't know, or maybe it's called simple coconut milk. And it doesn't have like the guar gum. I don't really care about guar gum. Some people don't like it. But anyway, I get a good price on simple coconut milk. And it's a can of coconut cream. And so you can water it down if you want to make it like more, like a 2% milk or something. But I make homemade ice cream out of it. I put it in smoothies. I add it to baking. I made waffles today. Oh, there's something I accomplished. I made waffles with with dried cherries. There were dried tart cherries. I added that and cinnamon to the batter. But yeah, I made gluten-free, high-protein waffles that were almond flour, coconut flour, millet flour, and is that it? And then I mixed in 2 eggs, because I occasionally do eat eggs. 2 eggs, and then the coconut milk, the cream of coconut milk, and vanilla, cinnamon, and dried tart cherries. They were good. They were very good. And then I topped it with something I made late last night that I was trying to make crackers like with seeds, like chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, and all this healthy stuff. I was supposed to have added sunflower seeds. Well, the sunflower seeds never made it. I ended up making basically a bucket of goo because you're supposed to add a little water to the chia seeds to make them like start to gel so they'll stick all the seeds together for the crackers. Well, I added way too many chia seeds, and so I kept having to add. I was adding water, and then I started adding this whole thing of macadamia milk that I had. I ended up putting a whole pitcher of macadamia milk in with the chia seeds and the flax seeds and the pumpkin seeds, and it turned into a bucket of goo because the chia seeds are all like gelatinous and slimy. So I have a bucket of goo containing flax seeds, chia seeds, and pumpkin seeds. The thing is, the macadamia milk was like this yummy vanilla flavored milk. So I put some of it on one of my waffles. It tasted really good. But what do I do with the rest of this giant bowl of goo? I can't figure out what to do with it because there's way too much liquid to make crackers. So could I make, I don't know, something like pita bread or tortillas or something? I don't even know. It's such a strange thing that I made, and it was not on purpose. Teeny's grand adventure, give her a toy. You know, Hewlin Mall, maybe she needs more toys. I think the cat, Hewlin Mall, I think this bunny castle. Teeny, are you gonna get your own bunny castle? Oh, teeny weeny. Who's gonna get a bunny castle? Are you? Oh, now she's being chill. Now she's trying to have snuggle time with Lil Gray, her older brother. Yeah. You can also use coconut cream in the can. It still tastes good. Yeah, totally, Kristen. That stuff is awesome. The canned stuff, because it's like whipped cream, like what you make whipped cream out of. She's here. Oh, that's teeners. She can be really cute. She's cute until she's not. I remember telling someone, a friend of mine, who they had a baby, and the baby was like standing up, like he was still young, but it like stood up in like the shopping cart, and it was like super cute. And I was like, oh my gosh, your baby is just so adorable. And they were like, yep, she's adorable. Or I said, your baby is just so incredibly cute. And my friend was like, yeah, she's cute until she's not. Because I guess she could also be like a terror. And I was like, ooh, okay. Just being honest. But there's silk. I've seen, do you know, my grandma loved the silk coconut milk. That's so weird. Wait, so my grandma couldn't have dairy? Oh, this is so weird, you guys. So I have the same two allergies that my grandma had. She couldn't have dairy and she couldn't have shellfish. And let's just say that I found out a couple of times through, well, like cross-contamination, like of food, like accidentally getting into shellfish and stuff. But I have the same shellfish allergy. I can't even like breathe it in too much. You know, if someone's like steaming shellfish, if I get it on my skin gets hives. But that's so weird. I think that there's a hereditary thing with food allergies. You guys ever think about stuff like that? Wait, guar is pronounced guar. I was saying it as guar. Like guar. Okay, Hewlin Mall. Do you ever, okay, think about this. I don't discuss guar gum with anyone because I just read it on cans, you know? But I've never even said it out loud. I don't even think I've ever spoken that word before. Do you ever have words like that you say it out loud for the first time and someone hears you and they're like, wait, what did you just say? So many words like that. I think we all have at least one, but I have many that I don't pronounce correctly because I read it, but I've not heard it said. But I will say this, Hewlin Mall. What I made with milk last night, it was like guar. It was goo. It turned into goo. So there's that. How do you say it? Guar? Like, what is guar gum from? What the heck is it? I don't even know what it is. I just know that some people don't like it in their dairy-free coconut milk. How fast can you spell Mississippi? Mississippi. Mississippi. How fast can you do it, Kristen? Start with 2 R's. See, how can we do that with your name? Starararararr. I'm basically like a 3-year-old, aren't I? I think I'm stuck at around definitely like the kid age. But yes, we have done disgusting food. It's only 8:37 and we've already gone through disgusting food combinations, mispronouncing words, and yeah, I mean, we're really getting through a lot. And Teeny's getting a bunny castle. I think this girl is gonna like a bunny castle. And she needs she does need some toys, just like her song said. Thing is, like, you know, half the day Teeny's running around the house. She's getting into all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of things to play with in the hallway. And the rest of the house, like, you know, it's stimulating. And, you know, when it's not 100 degrees out and storming every day, they have their wonderful outdoor enclosure where there's all kinds of stuff for them to play. There's a little play set and all kinds of stuff for her to play on. But we've really been stuck inside for a month, basically. There was one day I think I let them out. I couldn't even let them out for the whole day. So they've been inside way more than they've ever been inside. And I think they need more stimulation in this room in particular when they are in their enclosure. And the floors have been really like, not having stuff out on the floors is really great for cleaning, but I think I finally got their fluffy mats almost dry, but I still have no working dryer. So it took like 2 weeks for me to dry all these bath mats because I kept putting them outside, and then when they get rained on, then I bring them inside, and you know, it's not really warm enough in the house and there's no sun to warm them, to dry them. But yeah, Kristen, next time I see you, I'm gonna see how fast you can spell Mississippi. 1 Mississippi, 2. I'll count by Mississippi's and see how fast you are. But yeah, this is intriguing with the bunny castle. And so Jack said he is going to try and carefully disassemble the castle. Wait a minute. Couldn't he just... That castle's not that big. Can't he just take it? Okay, I gotta get in touch with Jack. I think he could just pick it up, take it down, take it out of his room, take it down the stairs, put it in, trunk of a car. He's got his CRV. Put it in the back of the CRV. I think I could get the whole castle up through my big front door and like into the bunny room. So okay, before he goes to the trouble of disassembling it, okay, maybe it's like a little unwieldy because I think there might be like a long section, but if he could just find a big box to put underneath, I don't know. I don't think he needs to take it apart, but I'll have to figure that out because I'm just thinking to myself, he was worried about taking it apart and not being able to get it back together, but I feel like he doesn't need to take it apart. Teeny's like, oh, I will take it apart. Oh, who I'm very curious about with the castle is what Dusty, our builder, would do with the castle. I'm talking about you, Dusty. Yeah. Hi, Dusters. Dusty, you're so funny. She is lying on top of sweet potato medallion. Do you like that? So Dusty earlier took all my cleaning towels and put them in the corner of the hallway against the door, and she made herself a bed. And then she proceeded to get on top of the towels in her bunny bed, so I couldn't find a cleaning towel because I didn't want to disturb her. But Dusty just loves to take stuff and carry it around. I think that's the female nesting instinct that she has. And she is definitely very high instinct, more on the wild rabbit side, which is super fascinating to me. What are you doing, Gwynch? You guys, there's a pretty sunset out. Wait, I'm gonna come over here. What are you doing, Dusty? There's Sluggo. Sluggo, I was a little worried about Sluggo today. He's been spending a lot more time in this little box hut, and they've kind of hollowed it out, and there's a big hole in it. And I was telling him, I was like, Sluggo, maybe you will like the bunny castle because you love being a little hermit. Like even when the enclosure is open, Sluggo will go into this box and he'll just kind of hang out by himself. So he loves having a bunny den. So I kind of want to put the castle. Okay, I know what I'll do. I will, if I can, I will put the castle here sometimes for Sluggo, who really I think would like it. And then I'll give it to Teeny sometimes in the girls' side. You should try firecracker vegan lettuce wraps. What is that? Firecracker vegan lettuce? Wow, Kristen. That sounds right up my alley. That sounds super healthy. Do you like that kind of stuff? Or you should try loaded sweet potato nachos. Oh my gosh, Kristen, how do you know about all this cool food? That sounds like really healthy. Kristen, are you vegetarian or vegan or anything? Because I'm impressed by the foods that you're mentioning. This, you are so large, donkey. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to walk over to show you guys. Look how golden. Can you see that? I don't know if the color is coming through, but there is such a lemony yellow golden light coming through the trees. You know, being that we're out in the woods here. I just think that's so pretty. I hope that shows the camera feed. You never know. But and then it's already like dark out here to the south. But oh, wait a minute. There's some like sunset clouds going from that direction too. Gosh, that is beautiful. Hope that's a cloud. There's just something yellow in the sky back there. Yeah, okay. All right. Hopefully that's all some good stuff. Look at this boy. We are just super floofy, and we are a super very healthy big boy. Yeah, we are. We're a super healthy big boy. Do we want to petties? Do we want to get the petties? Yes, we do. We do. I have tried the loaded sweet potato nachos. They are good. Oh my gosh, Kristen, you know, sweet potatoes are one of those health foods that I feel like I must be cheating. Like, how can this something so sweet and delicious not give you, because like apparently this is what my mom always tells me. She's like, sweet potatoes are way better than white potatoes because they're lower on the glycemic index. Like they actually don't get processed like sugars the way that white potatoes do. And I'm like, how can that be? Because they're sweet, you know? But it's true. They have all the antioxidants and the beta carotene. I mean, like, they're awesome for you. So, like, to put all kinds of other stuff on them, like nachos, oh, that sounds so good. Jonathan Vo, I was talking about you earlier. Did you send? I think you sent me a friend request, and I think you joined the server. So I'll have to get on to that, Jonathan, and respond to that. Are you gonna embarrass Jack Quire and his family, or just Stephen Quire during the greatest freakout ever video? Do you mean like the next installment, Jonathan Vo? Like greatest freakout 50? Really done? Have they really done 50? How long have they been doing the freakout videos? When Jack, how old was Jack when he did the first one? Like 14, 15? And then Jack just turned 30, right? So that would be about what, 15 years? Okay, wait, that actually makes sense. 15 years, 50 videos. Okay. So wait, Jonathan, is that what you're asking? That Captain Kira is going to be in Greatest Freakout Ever 51, and will I embarrass just Jack? Wait, just Jack Quire and his family, or just Stephen Quire during the Greatest Freakout Ever video? Kristen, I sometimes eat vegan stuff, but my mother likes to make chicken and stuff. Okay. Cool, Kristen. So you've got some food ideas of your own that you like to try, and then you eat with the family. That's cool. That's cool. I kind of started out that way too. I started doing my own thing when I was 14 because that's when I became a vegetarian. And I still occasionally ate, you know what, I remember my grandmother was like babysitting us because my parents were like away somewhere, and she had no idea what to, like, she was just like, I don't even know what you guys eat. And so I think the very last thing that I ate that was non-vegetarian was like a frozen chicken nugget. And she was like, I just felt bad for her. She just didn't know how to make stuff that wasn't traditional stuff. like your like roasting a chicken and make, you know, like stuff like that. She just didn't know other ways of eating, basically. And I was like, you know what? You don't argue with your grandma. Like, you just make it easy for her. And she was struggling because we were all so busy, and she had to like drive us everywhere, and she was exhausted. But Jonathan Vo, you have a very excellent question. So am I going to be in the next greatest freakout video? Jonathan, where are you getting that Captain Kira is going to be? Oh, I know where you are, because Jack was in, you know, because I locked, well, not me, but because Jack has been locked in the downstairs bathroom shower by Donkey. Oh yeah, sorry, I kind of forgot that you were responding to that video. But yeah, I'm totally going to be in the next greatest freakout video. You will see me because, you know, there's stuff in between the Choir family and the Kira family, because, you know, Jack has been locked up, and Steven is scared of all these rabbits. I mean, he was scared of Dinky, so like just imagine with 9 rabbits. So there's a lot, Jonathan. There's so many ways that I could freak them out, that I'm just being kind that haven't already like done some of these things. So, you know, Captain Kira, I'm usually really chill, but you have a good point, because I could just do Steven, I could just do Jack, I could include the whole family. There's so much that Captain Kira could really freak them out with. So yeah, it's a good question. The first freakout was uploaded May 2009. Okay, 2009, and it's 2025. So that was, wow, man, it has been a while. So it's a long time. You should also try black bean potato enchilada. Oh, Kristen, you know what? Kristen, I need to have you over for lunch or something, because that is right up my alley. Black bean and potato enchiladas, Yumsville. But Jack and Steven were 13, and Jack was 13 and Steven was 15, just 2 months shy of their 14. Okay. Oh, it's right before Jack turned 14. Okay. And he is 30 now. So it's been basically 16 years. 50 videos, 16 years. Okay. That's doable. I see how that makes sense. But it seems like a lot. It seems like because the greatest freakout videos, they're not, at least nowadays, they're not made really frequently. They kind of build up to, and here's another one this year, so I just seem to feel like, one a year almost, but it's not really been like that. It's been more frequent. However, when you've been making them for 16 years, it's it is doable to have that many. Wheeze banana, Mr. Wheeze banana, banana, Mr. Wheeze banana, banana, Mr. Wheeze banana, 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 na na, Mr. Wheeze banana. He's here. Hi, people and rabbits. What's going on, Wes? Julie Malay, Huli Malay. I love how Mikey NL, I keep thinking he's fallen asleep or something, and then he's like, there he is. That makes me happy. Julie Malay. Yeah, you're not going to let me live that down. So I called Hewlin Mall. I tried to call him Hewley, and I called him Julie. Julie in the chat earlier. So now he's Julie Malay. And then guar gum. It's that them like they're guar gum. It's gooey because it's gummy and gooey, and it's guar gum, right, girls? And then who was it? Hulamal was like, I think it's guar. Wait, it probably is. Is it from guarana? Like isn't guarana like a berry or something? Guarana? I don't know. But yeah, it's probably from the guarberry tree shrub. Dang it, Kira, see what your typo started. Now you get Mikey going. Oh, bro, what? Julie Malay? You should now be meeting a girl named Julie. Like any moment now, a Julie shall come into your life because my typos are actually kind of like, like fortune cookies. Like my typos are like fortune telling typos. There's tarot cards. There's fortune cookies. What else? Rune stones. But then there's Captain Kira's typos. And my typos, like you think, oh, it's total accident. Well, probably more to it than you think. Things happen for a reason. Therefore, typos happen for a reason. And we'll, Hugh and Mal, you just keep us posted. If you meet someone named Julie, Jules, any kind of Julie thing, and then there's going to be a Julie Malay. Me is going to steal donkey. Oh, Kristen Star Double R wants to steal you. Oh. Oh dear. That's what happens when you're popular, donkey. Yeah, when you're an interweb star, people are like, you gotta, you know what? It's the dark side of fame. There's the good stuff, and then, but I mean, like Kristen's really cool, so you'd probably have fun with Kristen. As long as she let me visit you. Well, Kristen, if you stole donkey, we'd have to live stream from your house. So you would have to every night. I would have to visit with all the other giant buns. How would you like that? We's bananas are the best kind of bananas. There was a copperhead in the yard today. Wes, I have been on the lookout for copperheads. The other night, I took my recycling out, and it was like pitch black, and I couldn't hold my phone and use my phone light because I had both, big heavy things in either hand, and I was so terrified. That is one of the few things I am very scared of are venomous snakes. I love the rat snakes we have out here. The hognose snakes, no problem with them. Little garter snakes, the ringneck snakes that we've got, I'll pick them up and play with them and pet them if they'll let me. I literally love snakes. But the copperheads, and some of my friends have timber rattlers out where they are. I don't think we've got them on our road, but the copperheads scare the life out of me. They just, I don't really have nightmares a whole lot. It's not my thing, but I have had dreams of copperheads like being all over my yard, so much so that I have to like walk in between them, like total like Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom style. And and I know partly why that I had that dream is because that actually happened to me once. My brother and we're out on this beach in Oregon, and it's all rocks. It's like the whole beach are just big rocks all together. And it's like mid-morning and it's still kind of cool out. So we walk out on these rocks. We're looking at baby seals that are like swimming around, or maybe they were otters or something, but they were just so cute. And they were like floating on their backs and playing with rocks and clams and playing with their mom. And we're like looking for like an hour, maybe more. And then we turn around to walk back up to this like cliff. We got to take, hike up on these stairs to leave the beach, because we had to go like meet up with my parents. They were looking at like buying some property out there or something. And so we turn around and all of a sudden we see that there's black stuff on the rock. And we were like, what is that? So we start walking towards it. We see one snake. And then all of a sudden we realize that all the rocks are black because their snakes have come out to sunbathe, like to get warm on every single rock. So we had to like dash and jump for our lives, seriously, just like Indiana Jones, to get out of this beach. Like we knew we had to meet my parents, and we were out in the middle of nowhere. There was no one else there, and it was the creepiest thing. And I don't know what kind of snakes they were, but they were on the beach at the Pacific Ocean. So if anyone knows anything about what they might have been, maybe they were harmless, but they were big, and there were a ton of them. So yeah, I think that's why I've had dreams with copperheads doing that, like in my yard and stuff, because that actually happened to me. And then the famous Indiana Jones scene, right? Julie Gooley. Always fortunate to have cookies. Oh, I just said the word cookie. You know what, guys? We are out of cookies here. Oh, and we are pretty much out of time. It's 9:01. Kristen Starr, me is also going to steal Lil Grey and Sluggo and Gwynnie and Ooh, you have a bunch of favorites. Okay. Wait, so you said, wait, let me see here. Said Dusty. Dusty, did you hear that? Kristen's gonna get you. And then wait, who's who over here? Okay, then Gwynch. Gwynnie, she gonna steal you too. And big boy koala boy Sluggo with his paw sticking out of the box. Can you guys see that? He's so funny. Paw sticking out of the box. Sluggo, she gonna get you and Little Gray. Oh gosh, Little Gray is favorite of a lot of people. This guy, because he is a bed snuggler. Kristen Starr, he is a bed snuggler. You better be okay with a bunny getting tucked in with you in bed, because that's what he likes to do. I have held a 10 or 13 foot long yellow and white snake. I think I know this, Kristen. I think I know the snake you're talking about, because I think it's like one of that boa. That there's a local guy who like goes and does little programs with that snake. Remember, I don't know if I've ever touched that. I think I have touched that snake, but I think it might be the same one. I love that. That guy is so cool, and that snake is amazing. If it's the same, I don't know if it's the same one, but Wes, I still don't like to touch snakes because they leave a stench. I think some of them do have glands that they can kind of do that. Snake, what on earth are those humans doing? I think I also held a military ground snake, or the Western shove nose. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about the military one. I've not heard of that one. I have heard of a shove nose snake though. I don't know where. I think it was the guy you were talking. Yeah, that guy's cool. I really like what he does. I think that would be a fun job to go around with these large snakes and teach people about them and let them. Because I think once people get to touch a snake, it's like, some people have really deep-seated fears about snakes and they just are misinformation. They don't know much, but I think it's cool. And plus it's just fun. I mean, who doesn't like to see like big, cool, exotic animals and that? And a teacher at Tri North had a snake in her room and we could also hold her. That is so cool. I love when teachers have animals in the classroom. I think it makes it so much more interesting uh, and homey. It feels more like a real place to have a critter. Hi. And especially if it's an animal that you don't have, and then you get to have like a kind of like a pet for another pet for the year. Well, guys, it's a little after 9. I don't like the feeling of the skin on snakes. It's different, isn't it? It is a little freaky. It's so different from like mammals, like us or furry guys, and um, I don't know that I would ever have a pet snake. I just don't know if that's. I've never really had that thought, and I've had. I love so many other animals, but I do think snakes are very happy in the wild. I think it's kind of. I've always wanted to get lizards and stuff like that, like skinks and lizards. But I've always felt like I would have a hard time mimicking their natural environment. So I've hesitated because I didn't think I could really keep them alive, or like like I'd make a mistake and then then they get sick or something. But I think they're amazing. Like those giant, the blue-tongued skinks. I would love to have one of those. They're very big, and I held one once, and it like crunched its little claws into me and clung on. And it was being friendly, but I had like little puncture marks and scratches afterwards, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what if I carried that thing around every day? I'd be a mess." Um, Snakeskin clothing is a thing, like real snakeskin. Ooh, I mean, if it's shed snakeskin, that's fine, but yeah. Ooh, I mean, snakeskin is beautiful. I also posted a song on my YouTube to the one I put on Discord. I'm going to put the other ones on there. Good stuff, Kristen. That's wonderful. Have you ever been shaded by a goose? Oh, Kristen. I had a beloved goose, Alex the goose, and she died this past year. And I had her for a long time. I loved her to death. She was my watch goose. She was out in the yard during the day, and she would monitor everything in the yard and alert me if anything was close to the house. And I'd carry her around and give her hugs and kisses. Like, she was amazing, but she was also very fierce. If you were a stranger to her, she would let you know, and she could bite. She could bite really hard if threatened. She protected my ducks from hawks and from everything. She was amazing. I love geese. I absolutely love geese. I think they're very smart and they're fierce. I had an iguana as a child. That is so cool, Wes. You sound like a snake hissing. Yeah. Looks like Donkey has a third eye on his head. Yeah, he has a third lipstick eye. It's kind of what is it like in the Hindu tradition? He's been studying a little Hinduism, and then yeah, that does represent Donkey's third eye in a way. I mean, we all know that it's just from Captain Kira, who gives him kisses galore. And then Mikey, if you look over here, he's kind of got a fourth eye on the side. He's got side lipstick, so there's been a lot of kissing this weekend. He's been getting a lot of attention. Yeah, because he's a good boy. I've been chased by a goose before. I like gooses, except when you get chased. Yeah. Oh, Kristen, it can be ugly. It can get ugly. And you do not want to get a goose bite because they can crunch your finger. Lizards have something like a third eye on top of their head. Do they really? I gotta look into that. That sounds so cool. I didn't know that. Wes, the iguanas. I knew someone once who's I didn't meet their iguana because I'd never been to their house, but this lady, someone's mom growing up was like, I have an iguana and I've had it for long enough that it got huge. I feel like she said it was 6 feet long or something. I can't even believe that. It sounds like the length of an alligator, but she said she had this iguana for so long that she had a room. Well, look at me. I have a whole room for my rabbits, but she had a whole bedroom set aside for the pet iguana. And because it was that big, and I couldn't believe it. I was just so fascinated by that. Have you watched The Chosen before? No. Is it good? Is it a TV show? I'm sorry. I only know about TV shows that people make me watch or tell me about. I have no clue. I haven't watched TV regularly in so long. So like if someone comes up with a TV series and they're like, I want to show you this, I will watch it with them. But other than that, I know nothing about TV. I watched the new South Park last night. Was it yesterday? That was amazing. I hadn't watched South Park in so long. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's still the same. It's like still the same funny guys and the funny voices, and the writing is like always so witty and like goofy and like but like relevant, like they tie in all kinds of like news stories. And oh, would you stop, guys? No, 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 no. Get off of her. You are neutered. You, Gwynnie, you are neutered. Get off of. Sorry, guys. Gwynnie, now they're in the hallway. Guys. Okay. Well, he's neutered, so nothing's going to happen. But boy, neutering did not really change Gwynnie. I wonder if they got it because I feel like he like never changed in his behavior. Like Gwynnie, I don't know if they neutered him all the way, and they did tell me they had a hard time getting everything because he was very well endowed. Let's just say that, okay? Um, anyway, having said that's a really nice note to end on. Um, Wes says that's how it goes. That is the usual adult size. A lot of that is tail. Yeah, it would make sense because the tail could be like feet, a couple feet at least of that. That's so cool, Wes. So they really are like 6 feet long. I wondered if I was misremembering that, but I always had 6 feet long in my head, and it seemed like that's the size of a tall person. You know, The Chosen is a biblical drama. Talks about the life and the ministry of Jesus and others. That's really cool. I would love to see a depiction. Feel like I've seen a little. I think I saw a promo for that show because now it's coming back to me, and I thought it would look well done. So you recommend that? I should check it out. I should definitely check it out. That sounds interesting. Um, Hi. Are you getting a bunny castle? Are you gonna get a bunny castle? Yeah. Guys, I think we should wrap up the stream. It is after 9 o'clock. And thank you for hanging out with me, everyone. I was having kind of a sad day. You know? Not everything was sad, but just hearing about Jack's other rabbit kind of did me in with the whole losing all these rabbits. I just was kind of shaken up by that. And I said, yeah, a couple other things going on, but But yeah, you know what? Seeing all of you guys, and we had Mikey on L in the chat. Mikey, you need to go to bed. Bless your heart for being here, but also make sure you get enough sleep because there's a long work week coming up, and you know, either fortunately or unfortunately, you get to go to your job. Whoa, Teeny is at it again. Teeny, you're a nutball. You're a nutcase. Oh my gosh, she's literally bouncing off the walls. You need a bunny castle. And then Jabba and Posh, you guys? You guys. Oh, Delphine. Oh, the tangled bunny web we weave, Delphine. Look what your children are doing. But rabbits. Much love to you and Miss Lucy. QC Hewlin Mall. Much love to Mr. Weiss and his banana nas. Oh my gosh, Hewlin Mall never showed up, did he? I mean, not Hewlin Mall. What am I saying? Prestorian. Mikey NL. Much love to you. And maybe get some you and the Dutch pretzels. Maybe you could get some Dutch pretzels. And thank you for being here because I know it's a very excruciatingly late hour to be here for you. Kristen Star Double R, much love to you and the whole Star family. And I love all of your suggestions and your the chosen and the food and all the kind of stuff you're doing. Hewlin, I already said Hewlin Mall. Jonathan Vo. Much love to you, bro. Jonathan, bro. And I'll have to accept your friend request because I do know who you are. And I see that you're on the server. So if I haven't, I think I have to change your status on my server so that you can access everything. Stephen Weatherall, yeah. Jace, I don't know if you're still here. Much love to you and everyone in Australia, the land down under, and I hope you get that Wiggles tour job, being on the Wiggles grand tour of the world. And if you come to the US, I will definitely come and see you. Play with the Wiggles band. Okay, I think we got everyone. So anyway, much love, you guys, and let's pop up a song. As we do, we're going to end it with a song, and can you guys see Posh? I think he can. Okay. I better take. I think you can trust Donkey with a full cup of coffee. Can I trust you, Donkey? You won't knock that.
Little gray luncheon on that hay. Chewing, skipping, never stays. Backyard wild, gotta play. Jumping, running every day. Grass is green under the sky. Little gray lets it all fly. Muddy paws, you don't care why. Wings of earth, he is so high. Freedom in his furry flight. Sun and moon is on late for breakfast, sun for noon. Stars and moonlight come so soon. Little gray under night's tune. Backyard life's a wild cartoon.
Teeny scrappy rabbit on a naughty spree. Bananas from Capits in Korea, quick to flee. Teasing sisters jumping wild and free. Leapfrogging over Posh spice, too stealthy for me. Cookie bags crumble, Teeny hears the call. Ears twitch, nose sniff, eats it all. Planters sitting, feeling 10 feet tall. Life's a grand adventure, loving it all. Tiny eyes glinting, always on the prowl. Moving through the shadows, stealthy as an owl. Captain Stash pilfered, making her scowl. Teeny's got agility, swift as a howl.